Update on my $60,000 Microsoft position. I just sold some, trimmed, locked in some profits. Okay, let's go over my recent history. This is today, so I don't lose you any time. Today, the 25th, November 25th, 2024, I sold at 10:17 a.m. a minute ago at 416.65. Right now it's 416 and 53 a share. Sold it 10 cents higher, 12 cents higher. So you can see I trimmed $10,000 at 416.50, 416. So 416.65, 416.50. Then I sold some at 416.60, sold some at 416.30. And the $15,000 sell right here was from this morning. I just bought it $1 cheaper right here at 415.50, 415.30. And then I was buying last week as well on Friday at 412, 413, selling at 414, buying back at 412, and then I got more of the profit here. I locked in at 416. But yeah, I'm comfortable with having this amount of shares. I think we are still in the middle point, which we can go higher, but we can also slightly go lower. And I should probably hold the shares right here because we're at a potential support bounce here. But I'm just going to be watching the market. If we get another 413 or like 415, 410, I think we're going to get lower than 417 here. So that's why I'm going to lock in. Locking in right now. Potentially if we go down, because VOO seems to be like it's recovering, but I think this is just an initial bounce. That's why I bought the bounce at about 10 a.m. here, 9:55, and I caught this move on the day trade about $40, and then I locked in about $40 from yesterday, and then I just locked in at 1660, about where we are now. A decent amount of shares. I pretty much sold 50% of the position. It was at $65,000 this morning. And yeah, let's see. Look at that. Vanguard making pretty expected moves so far. Looking good. Now the question is it going to hold this and come back to here and here and kind of go flat for the day? Or is it just going to remain, up 0.25% because of all the aggressive uptrend this morning? I think we might get a little pullback to 546, or see if we maintain 547, which is like not much less where we are now. We did bounce off 547, but we got to see if we hold this. This is a short-term move. Are we going to go back down here, or are we going to come back, or are we going to make new lows, on the day chart back to, like a 1% pullback or so? We'll see. But because we're up, that's why I took a little bit of profits on the Microsoft. And it's still going up a little bit more. And yeah, I'll be sad if I don't catch the upside, as in if this recovers, like a 0.5% or so, or 1%, we're back to 418. I'm going to be like, darn, I wish I had that. But I do still have the call option at 420 if it does fly. I am protected. But let's sell a little bit more at 470. It's still going up. Getting a little bit rejected here. 470. There's highs right here. And you can see the idea of the market. Often what happens, the 630, 635 candle, you can kind of see what the market's going to do. And what happened here, huge run, shorted, and then liquidity, got back up, bought back up. They sold it here and they covered their short, went long here, and now seems to be they're going short again. So it's probably going to go short until around here, maybe 515.50, maybe 515. I'll probably buy back then closer to there, because I think there's some more movement till the end of the day. We got another like hour, 2 hours, and I think we are going to see that 525 run, because we are holding. It's like, oh, we're down today, but we did hold 413, 414, 412, and we're back to 416, 417, which is kind of resistance right around here, 418, 417. And now we're at 416.70. You know, it's the trend is going down a little bit if we don't hold 417, 418. But we can very well just make like a slightly lower low in the sense of, you know, back to 414, 415, and then get a nice little 1% day, 1% bounce, which can look like this. It can be like where we are now, like a 415 back to a 420. And then, you know, 1 or 2 1% days, and we're back to, you know, 425. We're back to 430s. And that's really all it is. We're down 3% on the month. Be up 5% on the month, or be up 2% on the month if we recover this 3% down, and then up 2%. 436. Even if I keep that 35K, get a 2%. Let's do percent. It's $700. It would be $1,400 if I hold it, but I'm trying to limit the downside. And I don't want to be buying when SPY is this high. It really does have room to pull back, but I mean, in the short term, it's bullish. On the 3 month, on the 1 month, you know, 2% up this week is pretty insane, and that's why I'm, you know, trimming some of the Microsoft shares. And, you know, even if it's coming from a low, you know, we got a huge amount of volume, we got a natural pullback, healthy, and then now it's coming back up. And I mean, the trend is continuing. It's really, we're not like, we didn't break this, we held this, kept going, kept going. Got a third touch point here. Go. The base 1, 2, 3, and the base is right above previous resistance. It's like lining up perfectly. People say technical analysis doesn't work and drawing lines doesn't work. It clearly does. Hey, you might have more chop, you know, before getting the rise next time. But look at this. Previous support, 21, 18, 17, 17, 21, 22, 23. So you don't want to time it exactly. As long as you're getting the near bottom and you're selling it at the near, you know, you don't really know, no one knows where the top is, but you know somewhat where the near bottom is in the short term. And that's what I'm doing now. I know the near bottom in the short term is previous resistance, again, which is right about here. Right about here. It's about 2% potential pullback on SPY. If SPY pulls back 1 to 2%, it's not going to be good. If it does, it's going to come back. You know, I can look at the 1 month chart or 3 month chart here on Microsoft and say, where are we going to pull back to? Most likely you could pull back to, like, you know, make a lower low at 406, 408, and then from there, you know, make a, you know, higher move to, let's say, 418 to 2%. Maybe 4. It'd be a, yeah, it'd be 2% down to 3%. I mean, a couple percent a few days. I mean, we're in some volatile times, so it's very possible where we can see a, you know, stronger downside and then, you know, stronger upside. Just a lot of volatility. And then in reality, what's going to happen is a very potential. It's highly potential that. Sorry, my use of word is not the best right now. It's early in the day. I need to eat breakfast, but my head's in the right place, and the gains are in the right place as well. So, and just a little scratch. Tell you the chart right now. It's, you know, it's doing well. You know, I'm making new highs. You know, it's not going to be exactly perfect, but on the 1 year chart, I'm up 7K, which is nice. And, you know, for my low of extreme low, we're up crazy. The year to date, we're going good. 3 months, 10%. Come on, 9% in 3 months. You can't beat that. I mean, you can, but if you're taking some serious risk, if you're making 9% with, you know, safe, simple, you know, methods like I'm doing, you know, trades, just keeping, you know, simple and buying the safest stuff, it's not bad. 5% in a month. If you can make 5% in a month, 5 times 12, 60% a year, that's unreal. Your account will grow insanely fast. Up 1% on the week, better than nothing, but 4% this month, 1% this week. And then on the day, we're down 0.5%. And we were potentially could have been up 2% if we sold at the high. But basically from last week, we'd be up like 200. Now we're down 200. Probably going to recoup it. I mean, you know, it's trying to catch this, but I just think there's going to be 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to get, this is a short right here. I think the short is coming right to about now. 10:30, probably another, yeah, think the short's coming right now, right about now. I can see a little rejection, and then boom, we come back down to the base here, or this potential base. Just like $1.25, not much, but we'll see if it does come back, $1.25 or whatever, and I can buy it back at 15, save myself like $1.50 a share, and I'm lowering my average. Yeah, we're just gonna hold this. Hold the Microsoft here. We got out of most of our margin, which is nice. No, I don't have 100 shares anymore to sell, but if I do want to get 100 shares, it's simply 80, 90, 100, 20. It's 26 shares away from 100 shares. 2,600. 26 shares is 10 grand. If the account, it's 35K on the position. Another 10K is maybe, I'm adding another 25% to the position or so. And what that can do is, maybe my average will go up a little bit, but I don't need to put in too much to get back to 100 shares. And when I do if I see some, stronger uptrends, as in we break 420, maybe I'll buy 10K at the next support at 416, 418. And then, we go to 425. I'll buy the shares back at 418, 417, and then, write it back to the 430s, sell the covered call up here in the ideal scenario, and kind of keep those shares or just close the position up here. But either way, 4 or 5%, even 5% on 35K would be nice. It's about 1,800. So with the full position, it would be about 4,000. But nearly 2K on a relatively safe swing trade. It's not a bad bet. That's what I've been doing, just swing trading, selling covered calls, and being as safe as I can. Yeah, I know this is not safe at all. Potentially lose a 1K right here. This is not smart. $1,000 call. But I put it 43 days out, and about now, it's about 1 month out now from December 27th on the expiration, on the, where's my option here? On the option. And, yeah, if I get a 1% bounce from here, 416.62, 416.62. Yes, I trimmed the shares, so I have less money coming in, but I still got this call option. Plus like a 1%. What about a 2%? We have 2%. We're at 425. The option should be up a decent amount if it's above 420. So we'll see. I trimmed up here. Maybe I should have held the shares, but that's okay. I'm willing to take that, whatever I got. I got about 0.30% or so. 0.40. Yeah, I got like 0.30 basis points on 15K, and then I locked in another like 30K on, maybe locked in like $200 or so. But no big deal. We're just going to be holding. The overall chart is not really moving much, but the small trades are. And, when the market does correct properly, and, the rest of the stocks level out. I'm up 60K on 60% on Tesla, which is nearly $2,000. I think Tesla's gonna keep going or chop around, probably have resistance around, 260 potential, and about 260 to 250 on Tesla. Pretty damn ugly. 350 minus 25%. It's about 25% drop. I like how I guesstimated that, and I was pretty on point. But even a 20% drop, 280 around here on Tesla. Near the base, a little bit higher than the base. Jesus Christ! Do you want to stomach a 20% drop by buying at 350 up here? You could, but I'm a long termer. Yeah, maybe you are a long termer, but why buy? Why buy? When something is so overextended, because it can, continue to overextend like this and just go higher and higher. Yeah. Are we in that bull run period? Yeah. But are we also kind of artificially inflated and, Yes, we're going into Christmas, but also we have, Trump presidencies and all this stuff about to come through, a bunch of, potential disaster. Yes, also. So, take your profits. Be very careful. Don't buy, I wouldn't buy long-term positions up here. If you do, make it a dollar cost averaging type of investment. Don't go all in. Don't go 50%. Don't go 40%. Don't go 25%. Go in 5%. Go in 1%. Go in 2%. 5%. 1 to 5%, which is, if my portfolio's, let's say 40K, 45K, plus 1%, 2%, put in, if you got a $45,000 account, I would only be putting in, max $1,000 on a, something that's up so much. So like, yes, maybe Vanguard is, I double my 2% investment because it's Vanguard, or even triple. Okay, that's still $3,000-$4,000, $2,000-$4,000 in VOO. Okay, and if that pulls back a couple percent, really not going to hurt me too bad. But if I'm putting $1,000 in a medium risk, high volatility like Tesla, put in $1,000. Yeah, $1,000. It's going to raise my position, my average cost a ton, which is not a big deal. But do I want to be buying up here? Maybe $1,000 will bring my average higher to closer to like 240, 200 or whatever it is, and then it's like, yeah, we'll probably get a bounce around 240 to maybe higher than this because there's a lot of consolidation points, maybe 270, 280, maybe even 300, but it's still a decent amount down. It's still 10-15% down now. Why would I wait? Why would I, maybe because it's going to go even higher and then pull back, but it is pretty overextended, so it can very well just pull on back sooner than later, and especially in, volatile times where we are right now. And, we'll see. But, hedge your bets a little bit, but more important than hedging is to not be over-invested in any single company. Kind of like I've been in Microsoft, but I got out the majority of my position at a slight profit, and it's better to get out at a profit than get out at no profit because you bought and held for too long, or you didn't time it correctly, or whatever it is. It's very, 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 very hard to correctly and consistently time the market, and you can see that just from my page. I've done it a decent amount of times. Somewhat surprisingly, I've been doing it consistently since the start of my channel, on Amazon, on Microsoft, on VOO. But at the same time, if you just hold and you just dollar cost average, it's probably better. But how much are you dollar cost averaging? That's the question. Dollar cost average, $10 a day, $5 a day, $20 a day, $100 a week, $100 a month. Don't go in, your whole position 10K instead of putting $100 a week, $100 a month, and you have a 10K position. Don't put 8K on the same day, because we don't know truly no one knows where the market's going to go up and down. We can use support and resistance, and it gives us an edge, maybe 50, 60%, 70% sometimes edge, where we're right more than half the time from, support resistance on the correct stocks, on certain stocks, certain blue chips. Most stocks, it doesn't work at all. But you do on something like Apple or VOO, Microsoft, it's a lot easier for, liquidity to be swept in the sense of, people buy and sell closer to the, consolidation points, supports, resistance, a little bit higher, a little bit lower. Basic market psychology and the way, trading and swing trading, the way charts move, they move well, but they don't listen. The charts don't listen, and your money's going to, be all over the place if you're not buying and trading with things that are more predictable, like the blue chips. The blue chips aren't even 100%. Nothing is 100%, but they're a lot more solid than the ones that are not blue chips. You could buy something like Celsius, like my buddy bought. Yes, he made 20, 30 grand, but look at Celsius. So this is not a top 500 company. It's a company that... This is a company that made tons of money off their drink, exploded, huge brand, made tons of money, and then was artificially pumped. And what happened? My buddy was saying, bro, buy Celsius, buy Celsius, buy Celsius, 2023. What happened? From $95 all the way down to $25. Holy hell. That's an 80 plus 40, 80, 100. That's like 120% drop from highs now. Maybe. Yeah. You would have lost crazy amounts of money, basically. That's the point. And I was getting told all the time, buy Celsius, buy Celsius. All my friends, oh, it's running, it's right here, it's right here. Oh, it's running, it's right. Yes, I know, but look at this, it's overbought. Oh, maybe it's going to go even higher. It did go even higher. Nice. Did you take profits? Oh, no. You got a second chance here, did you? Oh, maybe it's going to go a third. I'm going to buy on the third dip here. What happened? The third time it got to here, to the potential support, wasn't strong enough. It was overbought. It got sold off like a goddamn... felt like a brick, like a little kid dropped a brick off of a 10-story building, and it just freaking drops. This lady keeps glancing at me because she sees me looking down at my phone, but man, I'm trying to stay awake on my security job. I'm at 9 to 5 right now. Screw this principal. She can, watch me all she wants. As long as they see me doing my basics, I'm going to be collecting these paychecks and investing into the stock market, and the stock market's my main thing. Screw the 9 to 5. Not screw the 9 to 5, every certain jobs have more potential than others, certain you want to really be, avid at, but the one I'm at, basics, But yeah, if you bought it 5 years ago, it looks a little weird. You bought it 5 years ago, you'd be up 1900%. But if you bought it even a year ago, October, November, you're down crazy. You're down basically 100%. Oh, that's great. Yeah, let's buy whatever, man. No, let's not buy whatever. Let's buy something like, Guys, if you made it this far, another gem for you. I always like to give little gems towards the end of the videos. Vanguard, BlackRock, S&P 500, the largest corporations on the planet, in the United States, in the world. 88% of S&P 500 is owned by BlackRock. BlackRock controls the companies in the S&P 500. Basically, yes, we live in a corrupt system, but the corrupt guys own the majority of SPY, of Bitcoin, of all these things. So they're always going to go up. It's like buying Coca-Cola. It's like, oh, dude, I'm going to short Coca-Cola long term. Yeah, good luck. A company that's been around for longer than you've been alive, times 2, and it's an addiction type thing, and the guys that are on top are controlling all these different areas, and they control the bottom and the middle, and their Coca-Cola is never going to go out of business. It's always going to be sold. It's always going to be a money maker. Not just because it's a good product and people buy it and it has high sales. That's a part of it, but it's also because it has a monopoly on the system, on the world. There's a monopoly. They're in a monopoly is a guaranteed. We control shit. So if we want to win, we want to win. If we want to lose, we're going to lose. We control everything, basically. And that's why I buy SPY. Yes, I have $56 in VOO. I'm not keeping my word. I understand. But VOO is also overbought. I want a 5% pullback. I don't want to buy up here. Yeah, I had a chance over here, and I understand I missed that chance. 3%? For a short amount of time, it was a 3% pullback, 2.5%, 2%. Okay, now it's back. See, I lost my opportunity. But guess what? You always get another. That's why I love the stock market. You always get another. It's up 6% in the past 3 months. So we're at 550. Let's see, about roughly 5%. 550 minus 5%. It's about 425. 422.50. So let's go a little bit above there, 422.50. Where's the next potential support? What's a 5% pullback? Oh, right about here. Let's go on the 3-month, the 1-year chart. Right around here. 425. Just off the 3-month chart. You can't see it on the 3-month chart. But you can kind of see it. It's above this. We're not going to, might not give away so much, if there's huge bullish momentum like this, you typically only give up so much. And 438, but you're going to give up higher than, less. It's going to dip lower than the previous, support because there's not much holding that. And it's going to go to where there's more support right about here. The low, 430, 427, 425. Tons of consolidations right here. 426 is this little peak right here. 421, 426. And that's about a 5% pullback. And if it does, it's like, okay, this is like a sharp move here, and it just pulled back to the base, kind of above here. 420, but not that low because it had a lot to run up. 425, it's like 422. Little 5%, 4% pullback. That's when I'm going to get in. I can buy some now. I bought $10 today, guys. Oh, I bought $5 today. Bought $5 today just to kind of test it out. And it's like, did I buy that? $549.36. 8:43 a.m. I bought $5. Just 8:43. About 8:40 right here. You know, that's where we are now. But I did, buy some Microsoft down here, lower my average, and then I sold some up here. Why? Because, we're making new all-time highs. We are extremely bullish, but we're also potential resistance. We're at the same point. We are not really flying past this 450. We're still at the 450. Are we going to go down and then hit 450 again and then, have more support and then fly higher? Probably. But we can also probably, have a few percent pullback to the, 430, 3% right there. Back to 30, 530. And once that happens, everything is going to be, oh my God, market's crashing, man. Oh, market's crashing. Oh, Microsoft, Tesla is flying. We're at like 407 for Microsoft or something goes down. Tesla's going to go down, on a little pullback like that, little scare, probably at the base, probably like 300. It's, oh, dude, that's 30, 40, 50. That's like 30. That's like a 20% drop. Yeah. SPY drops 4 or 5%. Tesla might drop down 15%, 20%. I don't know. These things are possible. It's a volatile stock. You want to be something less volatile, less risky? Not risky, but less where you have to drop my phone. Less where you have to really focus on shit like that. If you are going to be watching it day to day, you want something that fluctuates less. You get Microsoft. You want something that fluctuates a medium amount, but it's a lot easier to read. SPY, Microsoft. Probably get some Apple. If you can get a beautiful pullback on Apple, probably get you around here. Probably like a 420 support, maybe under the support here. 18.3. Yeah, like a 5%. Yeah, like a 5% pullback on Apple would be nice. About 420, 423, 422, 418. Be a nice pullback on Apple, and it's like that's when you get in. You get in, and I'm not going to be going all crazy when I see this pullback. I'm going to get, nice little medium to smaller base position on these stocks, and just slowly just buying on dips. And when it's not dipping like that, buy a lot less. Even when it's up, you can buy some, but only buy a little bit. Dollar cost averaging. You gotta, learn all these basics and stick to them if you want to make money. Don't just go all in. Don't go, don't be buying. Don't fool yourself. You're scamming yourself. I posted a video on one of my shorts. Luke Belmar, this kid, he's a little bit of a scammer, but he's still a fucking genius. This kid's still a multimillionaire. He still knows what he's doing. He's still made millions on, coins and crypto and stock market and shit. He kind of knows what he's doing. The psychology is still there, even if he's a young guy. Luke Belmar, he says, quote, "Buddy, you're scamming yourself. You're scamming yourself." No quote here, but he's basically saying, go to my reels, watch my shorts, my other videos. In the shorts, Luke Belmar is saying, you're fucking scamming yourself by not putting in the work, by not doing this shit for yourself. By not focusing on, doing the right, following the right rules, getting the gains. You're just scamming yourself. You could fuck around, I'm going to gamble and make money in the stock market, do this, do that, and not make any fucking money for 2 years like I did. 2 years. Until you realized, oh shit, maybe I should start doing the right stuff. Let me take a little bit more risk, which I fucking did was stupid. Got a little bit lucky on this point. And then let me start, I'm back to somewhat of a base point. And then let me start doing, covered calls, selling the right things, timing things correctly, DCAing. And there you go. And then you trim out highs, buy at lows. It's just, and then you make the money. You follow the principles. That's a lesson I'm telling you guys. Follow the principles. Don't go, oh, I went over here. Oh, let's do daily pumps. Let's do daily price pumps. Oh yeah, man, I'm just gonna buy anything. Oh, let me just buy some of this. Oh wow, dude, I bought at 10 a.m. 70. Oh, it's up, 40%. Wow, I could have made 40% on 10K. Could have made, $4,000 or put in 50 or whatever. Blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Now, what happened though? I bought a couple of those this morning. You know what happened? Oh, I bought 2 of them. Oh, I bought a quarter of one of these shares. Oh, it's up. It's down 10%. Put 10K. You down $1,000 right there. Oh, what about this one? Oh, this one's also down 10% that I bought in the morning from like one of these dips or something. Like, no, don't mess with these. Don't mess with those. They're appealing because you see all the green and your caveman brain's like, oh, good deal, going up, make money. Okay, that's not what you buy. You buy something that you're gonna know that in case it drops or anything happens, I'm gonna hold it long term. And don't put in too much to where you can't stomach it if you do have to hold it long term. And maybe buy something that, oh, nice, little 417 jump. But maybe buy something that, you can see how fast it recovers. How fast is it recovering? Roughly a week, 2 weeks to a week to a month? That's fine, I can do that. But if it's going to take, years to recover, or, yes, we could have a crazy COVID, another war, and, take a 1 year to recover. And then another year to reach new highs. Yes. Still better than something that never recovers. Something that's, just some pump and dump, some bullshit, or something that you don't think is a pump and dump, but it actually is because it's not one of the best companies. No one really wants to buy it back up once it crashes. So really make sure what you're doing is correct. Invest into yourself by watching videos like mine to self-educate. And, don't just watch my channel, watch other people, and, do your own due diligence on the stocks. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I give you is just, just for fun. None of this is financial advice. I'm just giving you, just kind of talking to myself when I make these videos. And, yeah, I mean, you can see for yourself. I'm not completely mindless. I kind of know what I'm doing. Been making some money. Yes, overall I'm down. I can see the main part of this, the main amount of money I'm down is from Neo stock, right around here. And I'm not going to sell the last $1,000 or $2,000, whatever's in here, because it's about 84% down. But what happened? It's an extremely volatile stock. This is when I was not really knowing what I'm doing, listening to other people. Oh, let's just buy some pumping up. Let's buy some bullshit. It's flying. Let's buy it. And then what happened? I got stuck at like 35 a share and it crashed like a brick. And I tried to dollar cost average. It wasn't worth it. Down like, 7K on here. 7K position, 8K position, whatever it was. It's down about 6K. But what happens? It could come back up. If it does, okay, cool. Half of it, 50%, all of it, whatever, makes new highs in a couple of years. Okay, sure. But if it doesn't, it's fucked. Learn your lesson not to, $6,000 lesson not to put all your money into the wrong baskets. Baskets with holes and fucking ones that are made of straw and bullshit. And you can put your money in a steel basket. Oh, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, but what if it's a stainless steel freaking titanium basket called the S&P 500 or Microsoft or Tesla? Yeah, not really Tesla. Tesla's like a wooden one. That one can still crack, but it's still a good one. It's one of the best. But it's it's like a wooden one. They're trying to they're starting to spray polymers. It's starting to get hard and starting to get better. But something that's been around forever, SPY, Microsoft, these type of things. Look at that, 416.66, starting to find support at the previous resistance that I sold it at, 416.70, and got rejected at 417. I'm just telling you it's, not really has too much, it doesn't have too much volume after the strong volume move here, off the low of like 515. The volume's not really that strong. It's kind of like, spike, jump. People are probably going to short this up here above previous supports, and it's like, okay. But overall it's still looking good. Still looking, 1 month, 3 months. It's just sideways consolidating, but it's still Microsoft. It's Microsoft. It's not just some random crap. I like that it's barely up on the year. I love that. I love that it's only up like 5% on the year, truly. I love it. Why? More upside. How? Do I know? Look at the chart. Microsoft. Not just any stock. Revenue is insane. Why is it lagging? AI. Investing. The company's spending a shit ton of money on AI. Probably going to come back, or when the spending slows down, it's going to slowly ride back up to the 440s, maybe 450s. I looked it up, and a lot of price predictions are closer to 460s, 470s, which was at all-time highs, and about 470 all-time highs. From here, 416, just 25%, or 20%, 500, probably a new all-time highs, probably 20%. If I keep that 3,500, 35,000, plus 20%, you can make a nice $7,000, make all the money back, and oh, this lady's on the phone. Sorry, my boss. This lady's outside on the phone. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Leave a comment. You need help with any stock analysis. I know how people will, like, oh, analyze this stock, and people will just ignore your comments. I'll actually make a little short for you, just for you. If I see your comment and you give me a little story, this is my, blah blah blah. Give me some little sob story. I don't care. But yeah, I'll analyze the stock for you. I'll help you. I'll let you know. Not just. Looking at the chart is not enough. You get into the fundamentals. Fundamentals are not enough. You got to look at the chart. Both matters, and the economy. Give me a stock if you need. I'll let you know if it's medium, risky, or safe, or very safe. And it's all just for fun. This is not as financial advice again for the 5th time. But yeah, man, stay cash. We're high right now. Still have cash. These are these euphoric times that we talk about, that the market is greedy. These are the times that people talk about when the market is greedy. And the times that you want to be trimming or just be patient is around here, or slowly the dollar cost averaging at the tiniest amount at the highs. This is what you want to do. Don't be buying all crazy at the highs. I mean, you could, but not the smartest idea. And then what happens when it pulls back? Now you got some money because you weren't buying at the highs, and you've been patient, and you've only been slowly dollar cost averaging, DCAing at the highs. And now market pulls back 4 or 5%, even 10%, larger crash, because maybe we're too oversold in a short period. Overbought in a short period. 5%, 10% dip. Guess what? Now you got some money. You sold a little bit at the high. Now you got some money to buy at the low. That's how it works. Buy low, sell high. You can trim it, do that in small increments, or just DCA the entire time in the solid companies, which is probably the best bet. But either way, you got to figure out your own little system method. But this one's working out for me so far. And that's basically it, guys. You have an amazing day. Leave a like on the video. Watch the other videos. Watch the shorts. If you're going to scroll, don't just scroll and watch some bullshit, little girl shaking her ass, or some stupid shit, or some little fucking animation, video game bullshit. Watch some educational shit. Have something that's going to invest into yourself, invest into your body. Don't scam yourself. Don't be a fool. Don't be a jester. I don't want you to buy anything. I'm not selling you a course. I'm not selling any bullshit. I'm just trying to help you guys make money, and I'm trying to make money myself. And so far, so good. And, before you know it, slow increments, investing slow. Before you know it, you got gains. And then what happens? Oh, a year later, oh, now I made money. How did you make money? Oh, I did all the blah, 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 blah. And then the guys that don't know how to make money, they're still not making money. They're going to be questioning you, how did you make money? I just listened to Warren Buffett. I just listened to 9 to 5 to Riches. All they said was timing the market beats timing the market. All they said was the stock market is a system of transferring funds from the impatient to the patient. All it is stick to the fundamentals. Stick to the principles. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.